You guys doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. And obviously a tough loss. It's a good football team, a physical team. They played just a little bit better than us, and we didn't play very great in the first half. We kind of put ourselves behind the eight ball there. We had a great second half. It showed the resilience of our football team and what we're capable of. And so, the fight's there, and that's what you want. Especially, you got one regular season game left on the road against the 49ers. NFC rival, and we know that'll be a battle for sure. And so you have to figure out what we can do better and what we did well, and continue to improve on that, especially heading into the playoffs.
How do you explain, I guess, the difference in the offense in the first half and the second half?
Well, I just think we didn't play. They played a little bit better in the first half, and we played great in the second half. I have to watch the film and honestly have to study it and try to figure out where we can get better. But like I said, the focus is on the guys and what we were able to do in the second half, which was really exciting. The defense played extremely tough all night. They made some key plays for us to give us a chance to get back into it. And then offensively, I thought Doug Baldwin was lights out. He made so many great catches, so many great plays. Jimmy Graham made some great plays out there. That one he ran into the end zone was pretty spectacular. I think also Paul Richardson, the play that he made was unbelievable too. That scored a touchdown at the end of the game, and he made some other key catches. And we're going to need him. It's obviously tough to lose a great friend and a great player in Tyler Lockett. That's disappointing and sad because he's such a great player. But Paul Richardson has a chance to step up, which will be exciting for him. He's got all the ability in the world, all the confidence in the world. So we have all the confidence in him. And I think Jermaine Kearse played well tonight too as well.
At halftime, did you have to make adjustments to how you were attacking them or the game plan after you didn't get off to a fast start?
We had to make a couple of adjustments, but more so than anything, it just comes down to execution. We have to execute better, and when we have the chance to execute, and when we do those things, we play at a high level. And so that was really our focus in the second half, and continue to adjust and and pick things up and making sure that we're making the first downs and getting plays going there.
How difficult was that? I mean, seeing Tyler, you go from celebration maybe to the touchdown. I see you run down there.
Yeah.
Kind of talking to Tyler there.
Well, it's a tough game, that's for sure. Tyler's like I said, such a special player, such a special person, means so much to our football team. And I made a great catch. I thought it was a touchdown. They ended up changing it. But when we get down there, we were celebrating at this, and then I realized he was on the ground, and because there's a lot of guys around him, realized he was on the ground, and at first I thought it was maybe his head, because how you hit the ground, and then I got close to him, and there's kind of blood everywhere on his ankle and near his ankle and stuff. So that was just kind of a ugly situation, and you just pray for him. You pray for that he can stay encouraged. It may not be right now, obviously, this year, but I know if anybody's strong, it's him, and he's as tough as can be.
Russell, how do you guys find some offensive consistency? It just seems like it continues to be a little bit up and down now with one game left and then postseason.
Where do we find it? I know we have it. It's not like you have to go find it somewhere else. You don't have to go find new players or new coaches or new things, and all that kind of stuff. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to execution. It comes down to us doing right longer than the other team, and us doing right one play at a time, and just staying in the moment, and then realizing that every play counts, every moment, and not putting ourselves behind the eight ball like we did that in the first half. Got a few penalties and we had some cool plays, and then we had a few penalties to bring us back. And when you're playing a tough defense, I believe last week they were, number one defense, or something like that, or the top 5 defense in the league. And so you have to be able to execute, and we were able to do that in the second half. And so I'm not focusing on the first half as much. I really want to focus on what we were able to do in the second half and the exciting players that we have and the things that we're able to do. And that's where we need to continue our focus and continue to, okay, this is what we can do. Let's continue to do those things. And it's not, like I said, it's not some mystery. And we have all the capabilities in the world.
Was there, to talk about the first half play, the fourth down play where you got sacked, what happened on that?
I had to watch it. It was a play action. It was a fake. So I didn't get to see it, really honestly. So I had to watch it. And they made a good play.
Well, after you scored the touchdown and then seeing Steven miss the PAT, I mean, obviously he's usually been pretty reliable, but what was sort of your feeling there and what you had to kind of try to read off?
Obviously we were so excited, obviously, to come back, and the resilience of our football team, the commitment to winning, commitment to finding a way, definitely showed up, and that was huge. And we get down there. Obviously, Paul Richardson makes that a great catch in the back corner of the end zone, and we're all excited and everything. And we trust Steve. We always will. He's made so many great kicks. He's made so many great plays for us. Done so many great things. And in my opinion, he's the best kicker in the National Football League. And so, it'll show up when we need it, and we'll show up in the playoffs. Hopefully, and we believe that he'll make it then. And so. We want to continue to instill confidence in him because he's as good as it gets. And, we all miss sometimes. And at the end of the day, we're really encouraged to have him as our kicker. We wouldn't want anybody else, and especially in those situations.
You guys now don't control your destiny for obviously the bye and the number 2 seed. How much of a factor is it? How do you approach it going forward?
We approach it as always, trying to go 1-0 every week, and it's not going to change. We couldn't win it all tonight. It would have helped for sure, but you couldn't win it all tonight anyway. So you just, and we like a little toughness. We don't like having to make it tough, but we can handle any situation, and so there's no worries, there's no fear. We just have to do what we do best, and that's try to go 1-0 and let the rest handle itself.
Russell, what happened on that fumbled handoff to 44 towards the end of the first half?
Just a funky play. I got to watch it. Just a funky play. So, didn't work out the way we wanted to. Gave him a chance. We can't give people chances like that. And so, so we'll figure out how to make it better.
Anything else?
Thank you guys. Merry Christmas to you all. Go Hawks.